Hey guys, it's DC here and welcome to the Daily Hack. So we're going to jump straight into the news today and make this a nice and quick one. The first article is Review Cybersecurity Attack and Defense Strategies. Yuri Diogenes, a professor at EC Council University and senior program manager at Microsoft, and Dr. Erdal Ozkaya, a prominent cybersecurity professional, advisor, author, speaker, and lecturer, published the second edition of their acclaimed book, Cybersecurity Attack and Defense Strategies. The book emphasizes first and foremost the necessity of every enterprise being aware of its threat landscape and its weakest points, and thus implement the right methods to boost its security posture. This book will teach you how to identify unusual behaviors within your organization and use your incident response methods by applying blue team and red team strategies, not read team strategies. You will also learn about the importance of a good cybersecurity strategy and how to develop it. So it looks like a pretty good book. I'm not sure if it's free at the moment, but let's have a look on Amazon. Actually, it'll probably tell us. So note, it's a $20 book on Kindle or $40 paperback. So if you do work for an IT organization, maybe ask your boss, or if you are the boss, maybe buy this book and have a look if any of these practices apply to you. On to the next article, and it is, Are Businesses Prepared for a Surge in Cybercrime and Fraud? With the coronavirus economic crisis deepening, experts at University of Portsmouth are warning it will lead to the highest levels of fraud and cybercrime ever recorded. There are also concerns that existing preventative measures need to be reviewed urgently because they are unlikely to be sufficient to deal with the heightened threat that comes from a deep recession. Professor Mark Button, director of the Centre for Counter-Fraud Studies at the University of Portsmouth, said previous recessions show a direct correlation between a fall in economic output and a rise in fraud. Professor Button has compared the UK's past three recessions and mapped the growth in fraud offences as GDP falls. So there's one in 1980 recession, one in 1990, and one in 2008. Professor Button said recessions lead to increased financial pressures on more people, and a small minority use fraudulent means to address such pressures. Respected economists have predicted the current crisis could lead to a substantial reduction in GDP, with lowest estimates of a 7.4% fall and highest estimates of a 35% fall by the OBR. These predictions could mean fraud levels increasing from at least 30.3% and possibly even doubling if the 35% fall was to occur. These are rough estimates, but illustrate that a substantial increase in fraud is likely as a consequence of the economic downturn. There's pretty serious estimates here, to be honest, and when people are put under pressure, they end up getting to this fight or flight type situation, and a lot of the time they do fight. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with all of this. On to the next article, and it is Banking. BR Android Trojan emerges in credential stealing attacks. A new Android Trojan targeting banks customers with overlaying attacks to steal their bank credentials and ultimately take over their accounts. A recently uncovered banking Trojan aims to steal Android victims' online banking credentials and take over their bank accounts using elaborate overlay attack capabilities. I don't think it's elaborate at all. The malware, dubbed Banker BR by researchers with IBM X-Force, was spotted on messages targeting users in countries that speak Spanish or Portuguese, including Spain, Portugal, Brazil, and other parts of Latin America. Researchers said the malware is under continual development, and they warned of extended overlay capabilities and code enhancements in the coming months. According to our analysis, Banker BR's code is entirely new and does not rely on previously leaked code or existing mobile malware. So it's fresh out of the kitchen, this one. While our team has seen earlier versions of this Trojan, which only featured a basic SMS stealer, the latest version has a new, more elaborate feature for the overlay malware capability. Tactic common to most Android banking malware. So there's a bit more detail on the malware here and how to protect yourself from it if you do use an Android device. But it's a pretty interesting article, and I guess it's a sign of the times, similar to the relationship between this increase in fraud coming from this last article here. Anyway, over to TryHackMe leaderboards. In first place, we have for this month ZT3R1, second place FreeSol, third place Sysmex73, fourth place Nishnav, and fifth place Rick Sanchez. Yeah, the leaderboard hasn't changed at all since yesterday, which is interesting to see. But, you know, these things do change fairly quickly, so keep an eye on the leaderboards there. I'm not going to be answering any questions from yesterday's video because I did a live stream with that one and answered a whole bunch of questions. But if you do have any questions, pop them in the comments below and I'll answer them in tomorrow's The Daily Hack. If you're new here, please do give me a subscribe, like for more, and yeah, I'll see you on the next video, guys. Thanks for watching.